What's up, my people? Hello, how are you? What you doing? What are you getting into today? My initial intention for today was to do this video that was get ready with me while I do my makeup and go get my driver's license. So I was gonna put makeup on and get my driver's license until I found out that you need all of the forms of ID in order to do that, which I do not have. I don't know where my birth certificate is. You need pieces of mail and things like that for some weird fucking October 2020 reason that I'm not really sure of. So I'm just gonna do my makeup anyways. Shouts out to my friend here. I was in hopes that since I picked at it and fucked with it so much that maybe since it's brown and scabbed over, people would think that it was a mole. How am I doing with that? Doing good with that? Okay, let's put fucking makeup on. I'm so upset that I can't go get my license today. My hair is looking good. My skin, other than fucking Chris over here, is not doing that bad. We're not that bad. So, I guess we're just gonna get ready to do nothing. Get ready to film some videos. That's what we're doing today. It Cosmetics CC Cream per use in the color light. CC Cream Illumination, actually. So, what is up? What's on the agenda, kids? Today, I think I'm gonna film. Oh, you know what I should have done? God damn it, I already put it on. Oh well. I was gonna use one of the foundations. Y'all should have, hopefully, already seen my, what's it called? My foundation declutter, which was slightly embarrassing. Once I pulled out all my foundations, I was like, wow, I'm fucking disgusting. Some of these are like 5 years old. Some of them had separated from their original form to a new form that I probably should not be putting on my face. So, needless to say, the majority of those foundations got thrown away. Some of those foundations that I kept, I maybe, I don't think maybe's the right word, probably should not put upon my face. Because even the ones that I kept are really fucking old. So, rather than going and getting a license picture, I'm probably going to go to the health department and order a birth certificate because I don't have one. God, this looks so bad with makeup on it. Oh, girl. Should I just take the makeup off of it and then really try to play it off as a mole? Should I just do that? Oh God, it's gonna leak. It's gonna leak. It's gonna leak. It's gonna look either word. What I gotta put the other on it. Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, my eyeball's watering now. Super awesome. So, what has been going on? I have been in not the best moods as of late, which is why it's been a few days since before I had posted the last video that I posted, it has been a few days. I usually only go like 2 or 3 days between uploads, but it's been like 4 or 5 days since I uploaded a video. And the reason is because Shark Week had come. In like a lion, out like a lamb. Is that what they say? Because it's not. It came in like a lion. It came 2 weeks early and not under the best circumstances. Me and Tim went to Columbus this weekend, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck, girl? What are you doing here? Why are you here? Because you're not supposed to be here for a couple more weeks. So I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or what, but goddamn, every time I get my dot, it's like, Jesus, the fucking apocalypse is coming or something. Oh, I feel like shit. I've literally been like down and out for the past 2 days, feeling like dick. I felt so bad because, well, it wasn't that bad while we were there. So we went on Friday. We went Friday night with the intention of doing like a Valentine's Day little Valentine's Day dish, me and Tim, because y'all, okay, here's the thing. I am like, oh shit, there's somebody walking across I wonder if she can see in here. There's somebody walking down the road in front of my window. It's really weird and awkward. Don't look inside my house. Anyways, that was fucking weird. As I was saying, Tim and I, like, literally do nothing without Aiden. Ever since Aiden was born, I have not been away from my kid for more than, I think the longest we've ever been away from him was like a day and a half, maybe 2 days, like at the most, and he's 13. So if that tells you anything. So every Valentine's Day, we usually, like, on Valentine's Day, where you're a mom and a dad, you're like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Let's get the fuck away from our kids. So over the years, we did not have the resources to do that because normally around Valentine's Day, it seems like, yes, I keep calling it Valentine's Day because that's what I do. Usually around like Valentine's Day, it seems like something was always going on, like either I had to work or Tim's parents were out of town or my mom was not around to like watch Aiden or anything. So because of that, we just started including him like in all of our Valentine's Day shit, right? So every year it kind of became like this tradition that Aiden was just a part of our Valentine's Day. And this was the first year and literally like probably since Eden was like 2 years old that we actually went and did something. Oh, this is Flexitarian by ColourPop BT Dubs. That we actually went and did something on our own. And it was so nice. So we went to Columbus and stayed in the Hilton downtown because what we wanted to do was go down there Friday, like go to supper. Nothing crazy. We just wanted to keep it super cash. Because it was Valentine's Day weekend, I knew that like trying to get into like an actual fancy ass restaurant, excuse me, was gonna be like damn near fucking impossible because it was Valentine's Day weekend, right? So I was like, let's just keep it super cash. So we went to Katzinger's, which is like this little German deli in German Village, which we love. And then we got back to the hotel and we got down there, probably like at around 5 or 6 o'clock, something like that. So once we got back to the hotel, we're like, well, what are we going to do now? Because we already ate and like, you know what I mean? We're not like big, we're like in our 30s, we're not going to go fucking clubbing or whatever else. So we're like, let's just go down to the bar and have a couple of drinks. Let's just have a couple of drinks. Let's be like actual adults and go have some drinks. Go have some cocktails, if you will. So we go down to the hotel. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce, which I need to get a new one because I'm about fucking out. So we go down to the hotel bar and we're like, yeah, we're gonna have a fucking couple drinks. So we sit there and of course, me being me, I'm like, ooh, look at all these delicious cocktails that are specifically specified to this bar lounge location. I want one of those. So I had this like painkiller blah blah blah. It was like painkiller something or another, which was a bad idea. Because after that, I was like, oh, shit. Now I want to get fucking drunk. Because I was like half fucking lit after that one cocktail. And I don't fucking drink. So, girl, it had me lit up. So we sat there and drank and drank and drank. By the end of the night, our bill was $150 for like 6 or 7 cocktails that had me lit the fuck up. So, and we, like, Tim and I both have addictive personalities. This right here is why this right here is the exact reason why I do not drink, because I have an addictive personality. And I don't drink to, like, I don't understand those people, which maybe you're one of those people that can just be like, let's go have a couple of drinks. Let's have a couple of drinks with the girls. Like my friends are always like, let's go have a couple of drinks. And I'm like, okay. But for me, it's more like, let's get fucking white girl wasted ass drunk. Like I cannot stop myself. Once I get past like a certain buzz limit, it's just fucking, it's all over, girl. So needless to say, we got wasted. And then had to walk around Columbus all day the next day, hung the fuck over, which wasn't cool. But after an energy shot and 3 Midol, because the dot came that morning, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? So not only am I hungover, but I've also got fucking Aunt Flo riding my back. I'm like, Jesus, this is could not have went any fucking better, right? So we ended up walking around and going to like some vintage shops and stuff, which we didn't even get anything. That happens every time. Like every time we're like, oh, we're gonna go do this and go shopping and stuff, we never end up getting anything. And I don't know why. I think it's just because we just like hanging out versus like the actual shopping part. Browse, browse, browse. I don't know why we're like that. We just are. So should I do my brow? Every time I'm like, let me just do my brow on camera, it literally takes me like 2 minutes. But then when I do them on camera, it's like I can't fucking concentrate on what I'm saying. And then this brow always ends up clear up here, and then this brow is like clear down here. Let me do it. I'll just do it off camera. I'll just do it off camera real quick. BRB. Okay, that is about. Now this one looks higher. That's about as even as they're gonna get. This one usually grows higher than what this one does, so I try to like overcorrect this one and make it higher. That's about as even as they're gonna get. I'm gonna use my soft clam palette. So I have no fucking clue what the fuck I was talking about. I remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about going to Columbus and going to vintage shops and not buying it. Well, I did buy something. I bought like an old camera because I like decorating with like old vintage cameras. That's what I was talking about, right? Originally, we went to this one vintage shop, which is really cool. It's called like Eclectiques or something like that. It's down like kind of north a little bit of Short North District, a little bit. I think it's in like the, I think it's called like Old North Columbus or something along the lines of that. There's one vintage shop called the Boomerang or something like that, and it's literally like walking into a scene in a casino. It's so badass. And all the vintage shops are like really focused on like mid-century. They're so awesome. The only thing I cannot get down with that is they are so fucking expensive. Like they charge like thousands of dollars for these like consoles that are mid-century and they're vintage, yes, but $1,000, no, I'm not paying for that. I can go to the fucking West Elm and buy the same fucking thing for like $500 or $600, and it's brand new, and it doesn't have like scuffs, and it doesn't smell weird, because vintage old like dressers and stuff like that, they smell weird. They just do, because all that wood like absorbs all those smells over the years. Every time I've ever gotten like a vintage piece of furniture, it always smells weird. So there's that. We didn't get anything other than like I got the vintage camera. Tim got something too. Oh, Tim got this book that said, so you're going to prison or some shit like that. And it has like all this stuff of like how to like make food in prison, how to wash your clothes in prison, like all this crazy shit. He's like, I have to get this book because this is fucking hilarious. Okay, I'm going to go into burnt orange. Anyways, I originally wanted to go to this Eclectique shop because there's one case in there. So it's like a bunch of different vendors. It's just like a flea market, and there's like all these different vendors and stuff. And there's this one case in there that has like all these cool ass like crystals and like skulls, and I'm like very, very weird. So I'm really into skulls and like articulation, like old bone articulation and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a fucking weirdo. Let me be, Veronica. Okay. So I really wanted to go down there because, when me and my mom went down there, me and my mom went down there first. That's how I knew that it was there. So when me and my mom went down there, they had this articulated bat, and I wanted it really, really bad. But I think at the time that me and my mom went, I don't remember why I didn't buy it then. Maybe it's because, I think the reason I didn't buy it then is because we had just like went to IKEA, and so like at home, I think I just spent like $400 or $500. I was like, okay, girl, I need to stop. So this time we went down there, and they didn't have the bat. They had like a gecko, like an articulated gecko, and they're in like these cool little frames. They had this one that I wanted really bad, and it was like this weird ass bird skull, but it had this huge like horned beak looking thing. I don't know. It was fucking dope as shit, but it was $168, and like, girl, I don't like it that much. So I'm going into Sienna now to pay $168 for it. No, thanks, Veronica. So I just went ahead and got this old vintage Kodak camera, like the kind of cameras that have, what are those? What's that musical instrument called? A xylophone? No. an accordion, right? Yes, an accordion. It has like an accordion, like little pull-out thing. It's really cool. And I set it up on my shelf in my living room. It looks really cute. So, I've been trying to find stuff like that to decorate like my shelves and stuff with, especially the shelf that I made in my bedroom, because I'm like, what the fuck do I put on there? Tim is deathly afraid that, because I put that shelf, this is sienna, yes, I put that shelf above our bed. And he's like deathly afraid that it's just gonna fucking fall on our heads in the middle of the night one night. I'm like, have the shelves in the living room fallen? No, you'll be fine, bro. Chill the fuck out. So I'm trying to find stuff to put on there. Although, funny, it's so funny because he's like so afraid the shelf's gonna fall, right? And the one night, I went to TJ Maxx a couple of days last week or something to look for stuff to put on the shelf, right? And the one day I went to TJ Maxx and got a couple of things, like a little like fake plant to put up there, and I got this clock. And it's this little round copper clock, and it's just got this bar that like it sits back on. And because the wood on the shelf, because I like didn't plane it and I got bargain wood. If you haven't seen my DIY video, go watch it or something. But it's like I used bargain wood, so the wood's not like completely even and all that stuff, right? So the shelf, it's got like a little bit of like rippling or whatever to it. Even though I sanded it, like it still has the potential to like have that. So the clock would not sit completely back on it. So I went and got some electrical tape because it's like up above our bed. You can't really see like, I'm sorry, the lighting's going like super in and out. Now it's getting super dark in here. Because it's up above our bed, you can't really see like the back of the clock. So I was like, let me put some fucking electrical tape on this. So I put electrical tape on it and I showed Tim and I was like, oh look, I decorated my shelf. And then before we went to bed that night, I was like, yo, I had to tape this clock down, and I showed him like the little bar on the back of it. I said, see, it like won't stand up, so I taped it down. So you may or may not, because, you know, he's still fucking paranoid as shit that this shelf is going to fall right on his head. So I said, you may or may not want to like move that clock, right? Because it's taped down. And when I taped it down earlier today, the electrical tape came off and the clock fell. So if you don't want this clock to fall on your head, maybe you should take the clock off before we go to bed, right? So he gets up on the bed and looks at it. And he's like, no, it should be fine. It should be fine. So I was like, okay, I've just worded you. Literally, like an hour later, I had already fallen asleep. I like just fucking fell asleep. And I heard it fall and him go, God damn it. He was so fucking pissed. I'm over there cracking the fuck up. He's getting pissed because I'm cracking the fuck up. Because I was like, I told you can't be pissed at me. You can't be pissed at me that the clock fell on your head because I already fucking told you that it might have the potential to fall. Dude, it might have the potential to fall. Did you listen to me? No, you did not. No, you did not. So you can't be mad at me for this, okay? So then he starts cracking the fuck up because he's like, oh my God, you're totally right, right? So now he's like, what am I going to do with this shelf? Because now he's like talking about moving it or something so he can drill it into like a beam. What are they called? A stud, so he can drill it into a stud. But I'm like, if you drill it into a stud, then it's not going to be even with the bed. And he's like, well, we could just move the bed to where it's even with the bed. But I was like, if you move it to where it's even with the bed, then the bed's not going to be even with the wall. I'm like very meticulous when it comes to like things being symmetrical and like even. And if I have a wall in my bedroom, I don't want my bed has to be in the center of that wall. It can't be in the corner. It can't be, you know, this far left or this far right. It's got to be dead center. I'm just really particular about that stuff. And I'm trying to like get over it because just because the way I decorate is more like bohemian and kind of, I don't want to say grungy. I almost said grungy because it reminded me because I'm trying to do like a grungy ass outlook. But I just decorate like more bohemian and offset. Whereas I used to decorate more like symmetrical and modern and whatever else. So it's hard for me to like get out of that and try to make things like, what do I want to say? Like displaced purposely, do you know what I'm saying? And my bedroom is actually almost done, so I'm going to do a room tour. I don't know, y'all. Okay, so my bedroom is completely done. Other than I want to get a papasan chair to put in there, which I'll probably get from World Market. That's another reason why I wanted to go to the vintage shops, because I was like, let me see if I can find an old ass papasan. I found a chair, which I may or may not go back and get, and a mirror that I wanted, which I may or may not go back and get. But I found this chair. Who fucking remembers like the old wicker chairs? Did anybody in your family, if you're like, I would say 20s, if you're like younger than 30, you may not remember this unless you have like grandparents or something like that that like keep old shit around. So these old wicker chairs, and like everybody in my family had one. And they have this huge back to them. They look like a queen chair. And the seat in the chair is like only like this big around. And there's like a little cushion in the chair. But the back of the chair is this huge thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? And the base is like round on it. And it's like this huge thing. I remember my Aunt Judy had one. Like when I was younger. I'm pretty sure my mom had one. I'm pretty sure my Aunt Deb had one. Like everybody had one of these chairs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. It's like an old wicker chair. I found one there, which it was like $250. I'm like, you fucking bitch. Really? $250? I like to kill a bitch for that price. Seriously. I'm trying to get real grungy here, if you can't tell. So I'm like, no, I'm not fucking with that. For $250. I can probably find it cheaper on EBTH. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of EBTH, but it stands for, I think it's ebth.com, and it stands, oh shit, I just threw my brush. It stands for everything but, wait, EBTH, everything but, let me look at the app on my phone so I'm not like incorrectly telling you guys. Side note, I totally just watched Trisha Paytas's FabFitFun unboxing, and she was like talking about the Swell bottle she got, and she's like, it keeps it hot, but it keeps it cold. Like, how is it so smart? How does it know how to do that? I'm like, oh, girl. Okay, the app is EBTH. So, yes, the website is ebth.com. And it stands for everything but the. And you can go on there, and it's like a bunch of estate sales. And you can go on there and buy like old vintage stuff for really fucking cheap. And they have a lot of really, really cool stuff on there. So check it out if you're like into, especially like mid-century stuff. They have a ton of mid-century stuff on there, which I am just going to go ahead and assume that this is probably where most of the people who like own those shops get their furniture and stuff, and then charge like crazy outlandish prices for it, which pisses me off because I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. Like, I understand you want to make money, but girl, charging me $1,300 for a fucking mid-century dresser? Are you fucking with me, Veronica? What's the matter with you? I mean, apparently people buy it because that's like kind of, you know, that part of Columbus is kind of like the bougie end of Columbus, not gonna lie. There were some chicks in there when me and Tim were in there. The one girl had a Chanel purse, the one girl had a Gucci purse and Gucci shoes on, and they're just like living their best lives in this store. Like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I love that. Look at this. I love this. I love that. But like, I'm too cheap to spend a bunch of money on shit that is like not worth all that much money, you know what I'm saying? I just do it all over my eyes. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's get crazy, girl. I'm gonna take burnt orange and put it on my lid, and then I'll take my little yeah, let's just do it up. Why not? Why not? It's been a really long time since I've done anything like real dark. I never wear dark colors on my lids because I always want, you know, my eyes to appear as open as possible. Plus, I'm going to the gym tonight. So, who cares though, right? So anyways, I'm trying to find like some kind of papasan to go in there. And then I also, either that or maybe like some kind of day bed or something like that, because I have so much room between my wall and my bed. And I have a trunk in there. Like Tim and Aiden got me this really cool trunk for my birthday from TJ Maxx. I've got a trunk in there, but I want like more seating because I've never had a bedroom this size, and not that it's like even that big. The bedroom's not even that big. It's like 17 by like 15 or something like that. But it's bigger than any other bedroom that I've ever fucking had, you know? So, I feel like this eye looks darker than this eye, right? Does it look like that on camera? Because it looks like that or IRL. I'm going to put a little bit more sienna over here and then blend it out. That's what I love about Anastasia shadows, because they blend out so freaking nicely. They like essentially just blend themselves. It just looks like it's darker like up in here than it is up in there. So I'm going to put a little bit more sienna there and then just kind of blend it out. Over here looking like I'm trying to accomplish My Chemical Romance, like circa 2005 Gerard Way. Yay. Speaking of Gerard Way, have y'all been watching, or have you watched on Netflix? What's it called? The Umbrella, not Society. What is it called? The Umbrella Academy. The Umbrella Academy. Yes, it's so good. I've been watching it on Netflix. I'm really into like comic book shows and stuff, and that one's really good. Oh my God. You know what? Have you guys watched, it's on Hulu, and it's called, I don't technically like know what they're calling it, but it's called, the name of it is Pen 15, but it's like meant to look like penis. Have you seen this on Hulu? So it's basically almost like a That 70s show, or like Everything Sucks. Did you ever watch Everything Sucks on Netflix? Fucking love that show. I wish they would have brought it back. I'm so bummed they didn't. It's kind of like that, like a That 70s show-esque. So it's based like around these girls that are in the 7th grade. I don't know where the city is or whatever. See, now I feel like this side is lighter than this side on the bottom. Girl, I'm talking too much and I'm paying attention to my makeup application. Anyways, so it's these 2 7th grade girls. Now, granted, the lead actresses in this show look like they about 25, 30 years old. They do not look like they're in the 7th grade. The long-haired blonde girl has like forehead wrinkles and crow's feet. So, and you can tell in like certain scenes when you see them up close that they have like strapped their boobs down to make their boobs look smaller, to make them look like they're actually fucking 7th grade girls. But even with that being said, it's so fucking funny, you guys. If you grew up in the 90s or like early 2000s, yo, this show is hilarious. Oh my God. It kind of makes me scared though, because it makes me feel like, is this what's going through my child's head? Because my son is in the 7th grade and I'm like, if this is like what boss 7th graders thinking about, because I think like, did I fucking do that in the 7th grade? And then I think back to like the shit that I did when I was 13, and I'm like, oh Jesus, Lord help a bitch, because damn. The difference though between like my 13-year-old self and my son's 13-year-old self, thank you baby Jesus, is like night and day. When I was 13, not gonna lie, I was like going to bars, smoking cigarettes, like thinking I was like a little badass. Not that these girls are doing that, but some of the shit that they do in the show, oh my God, dude, it's just hilarious. And I understand like the lead characters. I get why they are older, because it would be super like wildly inappropriate to have like an actual teenager like do some of the things that they do in the show. And there are like younger actors in the show, but a lot of things they do, like there was one scene where the girl was like going to kiss this boy or whatever, and they kind of like worked the camera to where she didn't really have to do it, you know what I mean? But it looked like she did, or they had like stand-ins or something like that. Y'all have to watch this. Girl, when they brought up that motherfucking AOL Messenger, oh my God, I literally was like, my little nostalgic heart. Do you guys remember AOL Messenger? And you have the buddies, and AIM. Oh my God, dude, that shit was my jam. I was like such a computer nerd when I was younger, and like none of my friends were hip to it. So all my friends would like come over to my house and like get on the computer and like go into chat rooms. When she's like, have you ever been in a chat room? And she's like, what's a chat room? Oh my God, it's amazing. And then the girl like talking to the other girl, and then the ASL, who remembers fucking ASL? She's like, what's ASL mean? Age, sex, location. Who fucking remembers that? I was like a teenager when all that shit started happening. Like when the internet came around, and I mean, not when it first came around, obviously, but when the internet, this is just my Makeup Forever Starlit powder. When the internet like first made its way with the AOL Messenger and all that shit, girl, I was fucking on it. I was so desperate. Like I could not afford to buy a computer. My parents couldn't afford to buy a computer. So when I was 18, I fucking took my happy ass straight to Rent-A-Center and like rented a computer. They ended up, and like I didn't pay it, and they ended up sending the fucking cops to my house to like get my computer. Nostalgia, girl, nostalgia. Because we couldn't afford a computer, actually had, if anybody remembers this, bitch, I will fucking kiss your ass. Who remembers web TV? We had fucking web TV. Basically, it was like, you got a keyboard. If you don't know what web TV is, this is like what the internet was like first in its fucking prime, girl. So web TV was this thing where you got a keyboard, and then it was like this little box for your TV, and you could buy all these accessories for it. You could buy like a little mouse and a mouse pad for it, or you could just like use the arrows to surf around. It was the worst fucking invention ever. It sucked ass. So you hooked it up to your TV like cable, but you use the keyboard to like surf around and like type web addresses in and stuff like that. And the thing that sucked about web TV, for a seasoned chat room connoisseur like myself, was that there was no webcam. You couldn't hook a webcam up to it, but you could like send pictures and stuff. So that's how, like when I would like meet guys on the internet or whatever, I would like send pictures through web TV, and you could tell the people that had the difference between like the people who had the computer and the people who had web TV. Dude, it was fucking fire. Let me just say that. It was fire, girl. So web TV was this little, it basically like through your TV, turned your TV into a computer, but you could only go to like certain websites, and like I said, you couldn't hook a webcam up to it. It fucking sucked. But that's all we had because we couldn't afford a computer. And the reason we couldn't afford a computer was because my dad, when I was 16 or 17, was actually going to buy me a computer either for Christmas or my birthday. My birthday's December 29th, so it's like right after Christmas. So either for Christmas or my birthday, my dad was going to buy me a computer for Christmas or my birthday. And what happened was my sister, who my niece and my nephew, we raised until they were like 12 or 13. My sister was off just like doing her own thing. So they lived with us. Their dad lived in Florida, and their dad was a huge piece of shit, right? Hold on. Let me tightline real quick before I put myself in the eye. Try and tell you the story. Okay, I put a little liner under there. Should I put... Dude, I don't call fucking with this zit on my face. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a little beauty mark, and I'm kind of fucking with it a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of fucking with it a little bit. Do I need something in my waterline though? I have this NYX eyeliner that's like real bronzy and pretty, and that's kind of what I want to put in my waterline, because I feel like if I don't put anything in my waterline, we look a little burr. Yeah? No? Damn it. Okay, I can't find it. Let me just use this. What even is this? I just randomly found this. CoverGirl Naked. Does CoverGirl even carry this anymore? Yeah, I guess I'll just use this. This is just some CoverGirl brown eyeliner in the color Mocha in my waterline, because y'all know I don't put lower lashes on. Better, I feel like it kind of ties it together a little bit better. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, so my dad wanted to buy me this computer for Christmas. Well, then my sister's, who at the time was her husband, my niece and nephew's dad wanted to take them and take them because at the time he was living in Florida and we live in Ohio, you know? So he's like, oh, I want to take, you know, my kids to Florida or whatever, and I'll bring them back. I want them to come stay with me. So they went and stayed with them for like a week or two, something like that. And then as time went on, we realized like, oh, is there somebody here? No, my dogs are just up. As time went on, we realized, they still gone. He's not bringing them back. So a few more days passed, and eventually he stopped answering the phone. My mom and dad had like no way to contact him. So he essentially like kidnapped my niece and my nephew, right? So my parents obviously like freaked out because there was no way, because him and my sister were married. My sister got married when she was like 15 or 16 because she was pregnant with my niece. And so him and my sister got married. So because they were married, there was no like custody arrangement. Legally, there was no like legal custody arrangement. So if you are married and you have kids and you have no custody arrangement, you can like, and say you're separated or something, your husband can literally come get your kids and like there's nothing you can do about it. So legally, there was nothing they could do about it. So they ended up finding out like where he lived or whatever, and my parents went and like stalked his house for 2 fucking days and ended up going and kidnapping my niece and my nephew back and bringing them home. It was crazy. So, long story, not so fucking short, bitch. I did not get a computer like Christmas. And I think that's when I was like 16 or 17. And then like as soon as I turned 18, like literally the day after my 18th birthday, because I kept saying like before I turned 18, I'm going to go to fucking Rent a Center and I'm going to get a computer. I'm going to rent a computer as soon as I turn 18. As soon as I turned 18, bitch, that's what I did. Because I was so about being online and like being in chat rooms and shit like that. I met so many people online. I was like, me and Tim were talking about it because I had told him how, like when we were in Columbus, sorry, my camera just cut off. Anyways, when we were in Columbus, we were just talking about like public transportation and stuff. And I was telling Tim how when I was younger, I met this guy on the internet and took a Greyhound bus to Columbus because I didn't drive and he didn't drive. I took a Greyhound bus to Columbus and stayed at his house for the weekend. And like, Tim's like, did you know him? I was like, no. He's like, Jesus, could you imagine doing that today? Like, literally, just because it's so fucking crazy today and there's so many, like, crazy, creepy psychos out there. I'm so fortunate that, like, nothing crazy ever happened to me because, bitch, I would fucking, like, go up in a chat room and be like, hey, what's your name? Let's meet up. And then, like, literally go somewhere and meet somebody. I had no clue who they were. So, and many a boyfriend came from the interwebs. I dated a guy from Dayton that I met on the internet. I dated a guy from Iowa that I met on the internet. And this was like back then, you know what I mean? Not in the day and age of being able to like search somebody's fucking everything and find out like their extreme past. That was like way before then. So I was telling him how I went and stayed with this guy and he's like, did you guys do anything? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, we were literally just friends. We didn't have sex. We didn't fucking mess around. We didn't do anything. I do remember, though, thinking, because I'd never even seen a picture of him or anything like that. He was in the Navy, and I think maybe he saw a picture of me, but he didn't have, you know, a camera or whatever. And this is before the times of fucking cell phones and all that shit. Like, had no cell phone or nothing. So I didn't see a picture of him, but he saw a picture of me and went down there. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, his brother was like super cute. And like, he was in the military, or he was in the Navy. And he was like very clean cut and stuff like that. His brother, on the other hand, was like wore like leather pants, chains, had like this blonde spiky hair, and I was like, oh my god, his brother's so fucking hot. But nothing ever came of it, of anything. I did go to the Outland, this like goth bar in Columbus, with his brother one night, but nothing ever like came from it or whatever. Tim's like, oh my god, you're so adventurous, aren't you? He's like, you were trying to be as nice as possible. He goes, you were adventurous, weren't you? And I was like, dude, adventurous is the understatement of the year. Thanks, Veronica. Like, I was a fucking dumbass. Literally just like meeting somebody right up off the internet and fucking going over there. I did that with the guy that I was seeing from Iowa. And those of you who are like my age and were, you know, a teenager and like maybe like a teenager in early 20s back then, it was like normal to go like meet somebody off the internet and go fucking hang out with them. That's how I met this guy that I dated from Iowa. I literally like all we did was like exchange pictures, and then my friend Matt and my friend Laura, my friend Christy, I think that's all. It was me, Matt, and Laura and Christy, I think, drove to fucking Iowa from Ohio, and just went and stayed with this dude like for the weekend. After that though, I dated that guy for like 5 or 6 months, because after that, like, he would come here, I would go there. I had actually had intentions of moving to Iowa, and then ended up deciding not to. And because I decided not to move there, we just kind of broke it off, because we were like, well, if I'm not gonna move there and you ain't gonna move here, where the fuck is this gonna go, right? So and the reason why I didn't want to move there is because I just wasn't comfortable, like, not knowing anybody except for him there, you know what I mean? And when we were there, his friends, like, weren't the most welcoming. I mean, it's not like they were, like, dicks or anything like that. They were really nice and stuff, but just didn't seem like the type of people that I would be able to, like, have strong enough connections with to, like, live with and hang out with every day. And I tried moving away when I was younger. I come from a really, really small town, and I tried moving to Columbus, and that lasted about 3 weeks, because I got so homesick. Because when I was younger, I had a lot of friends. That all kind of came to a screeching halt when I had Aiden, because I don't go out and drink and stuff like that, and a lot of my friends did, and still do. But because I'm like primo fucking ultra mom and don't do shit except for like family shit, you know, I don't have a lot of friends anymore. But when I was younger, I had tons of friends. I had like groups of friends from different towns. Like, I live in a town with like a lot of small surrounding towns, and I would like have a group of friends in this town, and a group of friends in this town, and a group of friends in this town, and like every other week I would go hang out with like different groups of friends. And then there'd be months at a time when I would like leech on to like this group of friends and like hang out with them for like 6 months at a time, and then I'd leech on to like this group of friends and hang out for them for like six months at a time. Obviously, you know, when you get older and settle down, that's not really your bag anymore. So that's not really my bag anymore, but it's still, I mean, I still have a lot of friends. I just don't, you know, fuck around like I used to, girl. So anyways, okay, I think I'm done I need to put something on my lips. What do I want to put on my lips to go with this? I kind of feel like I need a nude. What do I want to do? I always wear this L'Oreal color Riche Shine and Glossy Fawn. This is like my favorite. Should I do it again? Should I just put it on again? God, why do I have so many lip products? Wait till you see my lip declutter. I literally wear like, I could probably count on 1 or 2 hands the amount of lip colors that I actually wear. But it's like, they're nice to look at in the package, but then when you actually get them and I mean, do I go anywhere or do anything that really requires me to wear fancy fucking lip colors? No. So what am I going to do with them, right? And then I'm going to take my Anastasia gloss that has no name or color to it, but it looks like this right here. I'm not really through with the fifth. Yeah. Sorry about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is or where I got it or anything. And I know it's really pretty. Oh my god, this sit is like so fucking red, girl. Look at her. Oh, look at her. Jesus. Oh, do you guys watch Drag Race? I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away, but who was like, what the fuck? I totally thought that, what, shit, I can't even say anything without giving it away. Okay, fast forward through I'll hold my hand up like this as I'm talking about it, and if you don't want to hear it, then fast forward while my hand's up, okay? Or mute or something. Dude, I totally thought Trinity was going to win. I love me some Monet Exchange. I cannot believe she came up and fucking won that shit. That's so awesome. I totally thought through the whole competition, like, she is eventually going to get sent home. She's going to get sent home. I love Monet. I think I love Monet so much because she reminds me of Bob so much, but totally thought Trinity was going to win. Had it out for Trinity. Was like, yeah, it's Trinity. I cannot believe they picked two people. That to me just seems like, it's kind of like a cop-out. Like, I really wanted Trinity to win as much as I love Monet. I really wanted Trinity to win, but do you think they feel like it's less of like a win because they both win? I don't know. It just seemed kind of unfair that there were two winners. Although I will say they both fucking slayed that shit at the end. They were so good. But even with that being said, I feel like Trinity had that shit in the bag, girl. Because I love me some Trinity the Tug. Okay. I'm done talking about it now. All right. So, anyways, did you guys watch it? Have you seen the new contestants for the new drag race? Drag race? Who are you excited for? I watched a little short on Instagram or whatever. I don't see anybody that like really super stands out to me except for Vanjie. Why is Vanjie back on this season? I don't understand that. Are you allowed to do that? Is that like a thing? If you get kicked off a previous season, are you allowed to come back to another season? I had no clue, girl. I guarantee they called her and wanted her to come back because she got so much popularity from her Miss Vanjie. I guarantee they called her to come back for that shit because they want the popularity. That's the same fucking reason why they chose Latrice to come back, is because Latrice is like wildly popular on social media and like everywhere. So I think that that's why they had Latrice come back. I think RuPaul was like kind of shocked when Latrice got kicked off because I think that she had intentions for her to go to the end. Girl, RuPaul ain't no fool. She knows what the fuck she's doing. She knows how to get that clout. She knows how to get them people rolling in. Let me tell you. She's a very smart businesswoman. I'll tell you that. So, okay. I'm done getting ready. So I'm going to shut up. Damn. Look, my makeup looks kind of good too. I'm really bummed that I can't go get my driver's license picture today. Maybe on another day we'll do like driver's license makeup, but I kind of want to do this. I don't know if I should wear my glasses in my driver's license picture or not, because I wear my glasses all the time, but like I'm not really sure I should wear it in my picture. Dude, my driver's license picture now versus then, holy fuck, is gonna look so different because I have black hair, it was short, I was about 30 pounds lighter in my driver's license pictures that I have right now. Just saying. I feel like my face is a little bit more rounder because during that driver's license pictures, I had no Botox, I had no fillers, I had no nothing. So my face is a little bit rounder because of my fillers and because of the 30 pounds extra that I have sitting up on my ass. Okay. I need to shut up. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go, girl. So thanks for getting ready with me and stuff. Let's do it again sometime and stuff like that. I'm so bad at outros. Why can I not just cut it off? God, Dude, that zit's like swollen. It's swolled. Oh, it's so redder out there. I'm just afraid if I put more makeup on it, it's gonna look like dick. Now it kind of looks like a cute little mole, maybe from like back here. It looks like a cute little mole. And then when you get up, you're like, oh my god, what is it? She has a growth on her face. Ooh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys before I go. I'm still working on merch. We're still working on it. I need to just make let me just make a video about it. I need to make a video about it because I have the type for the Peace, Love, and Chicken Grease. I'm going back and forth with the Thanks Veronica between like the tall skinny letter. I need to just show you guys on like YouTube stories or whatever. I'm going back and forth between like the tall and skinny letters and then just like regular font or type font. I've got what I want for like the Beauty Junkie. I've got what I want for Peace, Love, and Chicken Grease. But the Thanks Veronica is like I'm going back and forth with. And then I have for Hoyt, I want to do like, because a lot of you guys have asked for a picture, Little Baby Hoyt. I'm trying to do like take one of his pictures. Have you ever seen those? They're like these black and white portraits, but it's only like, I don't know how to explain it. Let me pull the app up and I'll show you what I mean. Like this. I'm trying to make, I know you can't, like that. I'm trying to make something like that of Hoyt and put it on a t-shirt. So I don't know, because it's really hard to, because all I've got is like screen printing, you know? I don't know how to do multiple colors or anything like that. So what I think I want to do is like just have his head, but it's hard to get a picture where it's like perfectly lit and him fucking sitting still to where it looks like this, because any type of shadow, like right here, any type of shadow that's like hitting whoever, you know, does this picture or whatever, any type of shadow that hits your face, it comes out in black on here. So I want to try to like get a really nice lit, like really good picture of Hoyt and maybe put that on there. What do you guys think about that? Because it's so cute. And then just put Baby Hoyt at the bottom of it. I might do one for Stubby too if you guys want stuff. Maybe I'll do Baby Hoyt and Stubby. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But help me with the font. What do you guys think about the font for Thanks Veronica? Should it be a regular font? Should it be like a brush font? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much. I'm still like trying to find t-shirts, and I'm kind of having a little bit of difficulty figuring out how exactly to execute this. Not gonna lie. I want to make a promise to you guys that most likely in March is when I'll be like launching everything and doing everything. The problem is finding the t-shirts, because like I've said before, I don't want no cheap ass fucking t-shirts, and this whole like, should I make them first or do a pre-order first is like really fucking with me, because it takes a long time for stuff to ship. I still haven't found anything that ships quick enough to be able to take like a pre-order. I just don't want you guys to have to wait, I guess, is what I'm having problems with the whole like pre-order thing. And then the thing with the t-shirts is like, if I order them first, like I'm going to need, you know, like, I don't know, like if I order them first, I don't know exactly what to order. I mean, you guys gave me, thank you for whatever video that was where I asked you guys for like sizes and stuff like that. And you guys like were fucking awesome at like giving me sizes and styles and things like that. So I guess I just need to like, I'm so fucking indecisive. It's like really hard to do. And I'm so picky and I'm such a perfectionist that like, if it's not fucking perfect, like I don't want it. You know what I mean? Like if the t-shirt doesn't feel right, if it's not the right cut, if it doesn't lay on your body right, like everything, then I will just be like, fuck it. So I don't know. It's all a lot, girl. It's all a lot, but I'm working on it. I promise. I know I don't think I mentioned it like in my last video or two, but I'm still working on it. My website is like officiated or whatever. I just don't have any products to like display on it. So, which it's, I mean, the only thing the website's going to be is like a shop site where you can just go on there and order or whatever. It's not going to be anything behind that. Or beyond that. I'm not going to be like a blogger or shit, because I don't know nothing about that. So, it's basically just going to be a website to order my stuff on. So, most likely, mid to end March is like We on it, girl. That's when we gonna execute this shit. I need to just finalize it and make a decision and get it the fuck over with, right? Right. I just keep like rolling over in my head like, oh, I want nice t-shirts. I want this. I want this. And I guess at the end of the day, my problem is that like I want to please everybody, and you can't please everybody. There's probably going to be some of you that maybe don't like the cut of it, or maybe, you know, it's like too small or too big or whatever. You know, I'm not going to be able to please anybody. I think that's what's like worrying me the most about it, and is like, oh my god, if I send all these t-shirts out and then everybody comes back and they're like, bitch, this fucking t-shirt sucks. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it fits. Your fucking letters are crooked, or you know what I mean? Like anything could happen, but that I just need to take the risk. I just need to get the fuck off of it and take the risk and do it, girl. Okay? Okay, so mid to end March, I promise you guys. I promise. If not all of the designs, at the very least one in fabrication. Fabrication? Rotation? Fruition? Whatever word you use. Okay, that's it. I knew I wanted to say that, and I forgot to talk about it and get ready with me because I was going on and on about nostalgic stories about myself. Okay, that's it. I'm not a good outroer, so I just need to cut it off. I need to be like a professional business YouTube woman. Like, whatever they say to their videos. That's what I need to do. I just need to go. I just need to go. I just need to cut it off. Okay. I'm going to cut it off now. Okay. I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.
Why do you keep watering, eyeball? I want to rip you out of the socket. Why can't I fucking cook today? Do I need something in my wonderland? Where'd that one mix liner that I had nothing real pretty? Where is it? No. The fuck is it at? No. Where is it? Did I put it in this cup? Oh, is that it? No.